Yo guys, welcome back to another video. We are going to have a little bit of a video tonight talking about the Future Stars promo that is going to be coming out this Friday, guys. There is a promo. It's actually one of the best promos that we usually get in foot. Last year was highly successful and highly regarded by the FIFA community. So I'm looking forward to it. If you guys are looking forward to it, drop a thumbs up in the comments down below. Let me know who you guys are excited to see. Who are you guys looking for in the Future Stars promo? I will be dropping a little bit of a prediction video tomorrow night to get you guys hyped up and excited for some potential cards. Keep in mind, this is a really good promo. EA drop a lot of meta cards, and here you guys go. Future Stars starts in 2 days and 15 hours. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the card design. Maybe it'll look a little bit better when we get the images and the stats. I think last year's design for me is still a little bit better at this point. It's a little too bright for me, but we'll see, man. I think EA could definitely change. They could change that with some pretty juicy cards. Now, what do we know so far? What can we expect? First of all, Run the Full Market's Twitter, still in United Kingdom trends. I don't know why. But, yeah, EA are really hyped about this promo. You guys can see from their Twitter today, they have tweeted 3 times today that Future Stars is coming on Friday. There's one tweet, there's another one, and there's another one. I have never seen EA tweet 3 or 4 times about one promo coming, ever. Like, ever. I've never seen them do that. So they're very excited for this promo coming on Friday. So I think we should be as well. I'm hoping that, guys, look, at the end of the day, there's only so much we can do, and we got to enjoy parts of FIFA, right? This is a really cool concept. Yes, the servers are unacceptable. The gameplay sucks. But these cards coming into the game, if they can at least add 2% of fun to the game, we got to take that with us and got to try to use that, man, because I'm telling you guys, these were some really good cards to use last year. So we'll go over a little bit about last year's cards, a little bit. We'll look at some things that you guys can do to prepare. There are going to be a couple things I'm going to recommend in this video for you guys to do. But look, if you're there to just watch this video about what to do, then go find that part, because I got a lot to talk about, and this promo is a really cool promo, so I like this. So here's what it came out to be last year. Believe the hype. Future Stars, FIFA 19, Ultimate Team, see who was chosen as the top young breakout stars. So they defined it last year as the top young breakout stars. So you guys can see there was a Vinicius Jr., which got upgraded massively all the way to 92. We had a 92 Delict. We had a 91 Aurora. And you guys can, I can tell you right now, these first 3 cards used a lot of the year last year. Lafont was a very popular card. He's about 150K. Sancho was so popular. 95 pace, 88 shooting. 90 Arthur was extremely popular. Havertz was extremely popular. Arnold was a very popular card. And, like, the thing that you guys can get right away from these cards, look at all these boosts, man. Insane boosts. Bentancur was used in professional qualifiers last year. He linked to Ronaldo. He was medium-high, I think, or medium. Great stats, 83 pace, 85 defending, 90 dribbling. Phil Foden was more of a fun card. Upamecano was a nice little Bundesliga center back option. Eder Militao was so popular with that 89 pace. We even had Ferland Mendy, who I think last year was 23 or 24, get into this promo. So EA are going to give us good cards, man. It's not going to be all about the young stars. What I am hoping for this year, really quickly before I talk about anything else, I know a lot of people want a card like Martinelli to get into this promo. What I am hoping that EA do, because for the first time ever, guys, the other week, EA Sports actually changed I think it was the week for the skills on Diego Costa. They upgraded it by 1. I'm hoping that EA do this, man, because we're going to have some cards come out like Martinelli that with 2-star, it's just like, even if it's a good card, it's not a good card. There's nothing good about a card that has 2-star. It's going to feel very stiff to play with. So I'm really hoping that EA understand that, and if they are going to give us cards that maybe don't have the best type of skill move and weak foot combination, that they say, okay, you know what, like, we're gonna give you a very nice upgrade, whether that's 4-star, whether somebody's 2-star is getting 3-star 4-star, just even those kind of marginal upgrades are so useful in the long term. So back to what we were talking about, how it was defined was it's the breakout stars. So it's the players that are emerging, whether that's to be a young guy or a guy that is going to be a very popular talent. That's also another thing, right? So Ferland Mendy was a really successful choice for them because now he's playing with Real Madrid. And that was kind of like a breakout. This is their idea of breakout stars in 2019. This squad of wonder kids are on the cusp of breaking through into the football mainstream this season. And Future Stars, we flash forward to what these youngsters could become if they fulfill their potential. So that's the way they kind of rate these cards. They're like, hey, this is what these guys could become in the future if they do fulfill their insane potential, right? Grimaldo 88. A squad of 21 Future Stars will be released in packs for a limited time with supercharged stats to help them compete with today's FUT Elite. Throughout the 6 more Future Stars, throughout the event, 6 more Future Stars will be available through SBCs and objectives. And what you guys got to keep in mind is that Future Stars was maximum 10 days last year. I think it was only a 1-week promo. So they did do a lot. They did daily objectives, weekly objectives, daily SBCs. And then the final Future Star will be decided by you, the FUT community. They did do a fan vote. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think St. Maximin won that. We'll double check that in a second. So here's how it goes. And then really quickly, we'll talk about what can kind of make somebody eligible for a Future Star card. Who is eligible to be a FUT Future Star? The hottest breakthrough prospects who are 23 or younger. So that's how they did it last year. They did 23 or younger and have shown high potential but have not yet become established global stars. How are ratings determined? Inspired by the FIFA database, each Future Stars rating is based on what a player could become if they live up their hype and fulfill their potential. That's the biggest thing for them, that EA are saying, okay, these guys are already playing well if they live up to this full potential hype, etc., etc. Why aren't players like Mbappe, Rashford, and Jesus in the squad? They're assuming that these guys have kind of already established themselves on the big stage, so don't expect... It's going to be interesting to see the Haaland talk, because Haaland is kind of like a very big deal now. You know, he signed that Dortmund contract and he's already got 5 goals. So I'm going to be very interested to see how EA do it this year with that. Are they going to just go all out? And even a guy like Lautaro Martinez, yeah, he's a future star, but the dude is insane, man. If you watch Inter, he's insane. He's already insane. So, and I think in the football world, like, people already really know of him. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do that this year. And then, so that's basically the information that we got last year. What I wanted to talk really quickly with you guys about is just a couple of the Future Stars players, and then some of the SBCs, because we can look on Futbin and talk about some of these players, kind of what you guys could expect, because there are going to be some market moves I'm going to tell you guys to do. Now, let me put it this way to you guys. Last year, the market on this Friday died because everybody sold their teams to use these cards. Even Team of the Years. If you guys go back and look at graphs from last year, yes, guys, I'm saying this properly. Team of the Years went down because of this promo, because people wanted to sell Team of the Year Messi to use Jadon Sancho. No, he was a center forward, but even like just stuff like that, guys. Like Mbappe went down for Sancho, stuff like that, because people don't, at the end of the day, this is kind of the time of the year where people are wanting to add a fun card in their team to use kind of pre-team of the season. So these are kind of like mini team of the season cards, and they're young players that everybody's interested in. So if EA do this kind of like it was last year, I'm expecting on Friday night, I do think icons will go really high, because I think a lot of people will kind of icon and link teams. But I'm worried for the rest of the market, because I do think a lot of people may sell a couple types of cards to try and use these cards, because they're going to do anything to get them in their teams. We do have a lot of coins that were added into the market recently through lightning rounds and promos. That's a positive that we do need to take away from the recent promos. But look, I think the Headliners promo this year was better than last year's because of the addition of the 4-win streak. If EA do skill and weak foot upgrades, these cards are going to be very popular if they do that. Now, are these cards cheap? Are they expensive? Last year, Vinicius Jr. held a price on PS of 1.7 mil, 2 million coins day one. So people pay a lot of coins for these cards. I think Sancho was like 800 or 900K for the majority of the early on time. He even got, I think, almost one day he got up to a mil. The market didn't really let him get up to a mil, but PS, man, and all these cards last year were very, very not cheap. I mean, even this Aurora, I think, was like 800K, because at the time, he just came out with almost all Hooligan stats. I think he did have Hooligan. Yeah, he had all 80 stats. Just was a crazy card. Now, in terms of SBCs, what we got a Frankie de Jong SBC. I don't remember exactly how expensive he was. I want to say this card was like somewhere in the range of 100 to 200K for this card. I think when the SBC came out, he was one of the SBCs last year. Joe Gomez was one of the SBCs last year. Joe Gomez was very expensive. He was very expensive. Now, was he good in game? He was, but what's interesting is that EA kind of released a road to the final already for Joe Gomez, and he was like 350K. So just kind of interesting to kind of observe that. I don't think Ndombele was an SBC as well. 340K for this card. It was a decent card. He wasn't bad. So that was another one that we ended up getting. Alphonso Davies was a remarkable SBC. When I look back on it, this is probably one of the SBCs last year that I regret not doing, because he was so good in game. I don't know what was good with this card, but he was so good. And for me, I really enjoy Future Stars and FUT, so I'm going to be looking forward this year to picking up some of these cards. And then last year's weekly objective, we did have St. Maximin and Joe Ellington as SBCs. This was our weekly objective. This was kind of an L because he had 58 balance. So the weekly objective last year was kind of bang average. I thought it was kind of a little bit underwhelming compared to what we could have got. So what could you guys expect this year? If Headliners is anything to kind of go by, these cards are probably going to be amazing again this year. They're probably going to pick a bunch of amazing players. Probably going to boost them a ton. And it's going to be a really, really crazy promo in terms of the types of players that we're going to get. Also, not to mention, as I said, if EA start doing things like weak foot and skill move upgrades, it's going to make these cards take off. I mean, in terms of like people are going to want to do everything to buy these cards. You guys can expect lightning rounds to be running on Friday. They will sell out like crazy. What I'm hoping, and this is what I want to discuss, is that we get some solid player SBCs, because at the moment, I'm not telling you guys from this video directly to go ahead and do this, but I would look on rewards day / tomorrow, and I know that a lot of the golds are inflated, right? So here's what you guys can do. You can snipe 83, 85s are around like 9-10K. You can snipe 80. I like 83 to 88s heading into this promo, because I feel like people now know what Future Stars is, and I think a lot of people are going to actually want to partake in this promo this year. I think last year it shocked a lot of people, and a lot of people didn't maybe do the SBC. I think everybody's really looking forward to this promo. I would make sure you're doing a club stock. We did a club stock before Footmiss, and if you guys did that, you guys made a lot of freaking coins, man. It was easy. The longer you held, the more these cards went up. I think it's going to be a similar thing. However, I don't know if we're going to get a massive SBC on day one. So I think what you guys could do is you guys could wait until lightning rounds on Friday or Saturday, one of those 2 days. And I would expect the SBCs Friday and Saturday, but you could wait till lightning rounds to buy your SBC fodder, which is kind of the 83 to 88s at the cheapest. You use flipping to do that. Stock your club with them. That's a really good move. Be prepared, guys. There's going to be a lot of panic in the morning on Friday. That's another thing that I wanted to talk about besides the general kind of buying SBC stuff. A lot of things, guys, as EA starts to leak these cards to us. There was some panic for headliners, guys. There was on the market. I made a solid mill last week on the panic on Friday morning. You guys should be interested in stuff this Friday morning. You should be looking into stuff. There's going to be some stuff that are players that are getting winter upgrades that are going to get panic sold in the morning that you can pick up for that long-term investment. There's also, guys, going to be some cards that if you feel like there's a card that is getting panic sold, let's say, for example, Haaland is down like 50K Friday morning. That's a real possibility that Haaland gets panic sold like crazy Friday morning because people are worried about Future Stars. That's a real concern to have, that he's going to get a better card. Let's be honest, it's going to be like 700K, so this is going to rebound anyways. So if you think there's going to be a card like Haaland that gets panic sold in the morning on Friday, look into it, because this new card is going to be wickedly expensive. Any of these new Future Stars cards that are big names that might get in are going to be insanely expensive. So that's a big trading method. Just look for out-of-pack specials that are down in the morning. Be careful if you're looking at cards like, I'm going to give you guys an example. Who would be a card that I would be a little bit more careful about buying? Maybe like a De Bruyne or a Salah. These types of cards, not necessarily the Mbappe, Neymars, but kind of these like high-tier meta, but not the top tier, because these are the types of cards that I could see people saying, hey, I don't really want to use De Bruyne in my weekend league. I want to pick up this guy from Future Stars. One more dark horse shout that I'm hoping for and praying for, guys. We get a new season this Friday. Now, I think EA is going to continue with storyline players. It would be really cool if one of two things happen. With the Footmiss promo, EA gave us Delph and Cazorla in the SBC section. Or, not SBC section, menu section for the season. If EA did something like that this Friday, oh my god, it would be insane. If we had like two Future Stars players here that maybe we're only 84s or 86s or 87s, but at least we get something pretty cool to go with it. And then that to go with two storyline players. Or, this is my other idea. If EA give us two storyline players, but they're Future Stars based. So like we're getting players that are younger guys that have the storyline design, but it kind of blends in with the Future Stars promo. Now, I guess one last thing that I'm saying that I hope that EA don't do for Future Stars promo. This is what I'm begging. Do not do a 2-week promo, guys. Please don't do a 2-week promo, because these 2-week promos this year have been incomplete and just lackluster, man. The end of these 2-week promos has just been so poor that I feel like EA is just extending it to just make more pack money, which I think they're clearly doing on that second Friday, because, guys, we got literally Orsic. We didn't get any other headliner cards. I think maybe just Tammy, and that was it for an extra 5 days of a promo. So, EA, do a 1-week promo and do a good 1-week promo, guys. That's all you need to do. Your consumer base is just asking for that. Let's have a good promo. Give us the weak foot. Give us the skills. Give us all that good stuff. Guys, thanks for watching the video tonight. I'm going to have a prediction video on the channel tomorrow night with some of the cards that I'm hoping to get. You guys seem to really like the headliners one, so we'll try to roll that again tomorrow night. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the video soon. Peace out.